Joseph in Egypt from slave to prisoner. The story of Joseph is one of resilience, faith, and eventual triumph. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, Joseph faced unimaginable hardship in Egypt. Today, we'll explore his early years there, focusing on his time in Potiphar's household, the devastating false accusation, his unjust imprisonment, and the pivotal encounters that would change his destiny. Sold by his brothers to Ishmaelite traders, Joseph is taken to Egypt and sold as a slave to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain of the guard. Genesis 39 tells us that the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a successful man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. Genesis 39:2 NKJV. Joseph quickly gains Potiphar's trust and is put in charge of his entire household. He manages everything with skill and integrity, and Potiphar recognizes that the Lord is blessing Joseph. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. So Joseph found favor in his sight and served him. Then he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put under his authority. However, this period of relative prosperity is shattered by a terrible temptation. Potiphar's wife becomes infatuated with Joseph and repeatedly tries to seduce him. The text describes her persistent advances, but Joseph consistently refuses, upholding his moral integrity and his loyalty to Potiphar. Joseph refuses her advances, saying, "There is no one greater in this house than I, nor has he kept back anything from me but you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Genesis 39:9 NKJV. One day when they are alone, she grabs his garment, but Joseph flees, leaving his cloak in her hand. Potiphar's wife showing the garment to her household and then to Potiphar, fabricating her accusation. Potiphar's wife showing the garment to her household and then to Potiphar, fabricating her accusation. Potiphar's wife showing the garment to her household and then to Potiphar, fabricating her accusation. Enraged by his rejection, Potiphar's wife fabricates a false accusation, claiming that Joseph had attempted to assault her. Potiphar, believing his wife's lies, has Joseph arrested and thrown into prison. Despite this unjust imprisonment, the Lord continues to be with Joseph. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy, and he gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever they did there, he was the one doing it. Even in prison, Joseph's integrity and leadership qualities shine through, and he is soon put in charge of the other prisoners. It is here that he meets two of Pharaoh's officials, the chief cupbearer and the chief baker. One night, both men have disturbing dreams. Joseph, recognizing a divine opportunity, offers to interpret them. Then Joseph came to them in the morning and looked at them, and saw that they were sad. And he asked Pharaoh's officers who were with him in the custody of the Lord of the guard's house, saying, "Why do you look so sad today?" And they said to him, "We each have had a dream, and there is no interpreter of it." Then Joseph said to them, "Do not interpretations belong to God? Tell them to me, please." Joseph interprets the cupbearer's dream as a restoration to his former position, and the baker's dream as a prediction of his execution. And as Joseph had foretold, the events came to pass. This pivotal moment, Joseph interpreting the dreams, sets the stage for his eventual rise to power and his reunion with his family. Joseph's early years in Egypt were filled with hardship and injustice. Yet through it all, his integrity and faith remained unshaken. His encounters with Potiphar's wife, his unjust imprisonment, and his interactions with the cupbearer and baker were all part of a larger plan, a plan that would ultimately lead to his elevation and the salvation of his family. What lessons can we learn from Joseph's resilience and faith in the face of adversity? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations of the Bible.